Welcome to the second in our series, Ideas in Action, Going Digital. In this one, I'm going to talk about the AI Artificial Imperfections test. One big current idea is AI, artificial intelligence, where we seek to make computers do the sorts of things minds can do. Some of these activities are normally described as intelligent, for example, reasoning. Others are not, for example, vision. Unfortunately, as you can experience from the latest manifestation, ChatGPT, AI is so overhyped with fantasies of power that with AI's publicity machine in full flow, it's not just the pigs that are flying. I like to say it's the whole farm. As a counterweight, I'm going to look at how these technologies also come with inbuilt serious practical and ethical challenges. To start off, here are 3 things you need to bear in mind. Number 1, AI is not born perfect. These machines are programmed by humans and possibly machines that do not know what their software and algorithms do not cover. They cannot understand the massive data being used. For example, biases, accuracy, and meaning. They do not understand their output and cannot anticipate the context in which the products are used, nor the likely impacts. Despite all our attempts to persuade ourselves otherwise, my second point is AI is not human and never will be. The brain like a computer or computer like brain metaphor is shown by recent neuroscience to be a thin and extremely misleading simplification. And our language tricks us into saying that AI is intelligent, feels, creates, empathizes, thinks, and understands. It does not and will not, because AI is not alive, does not experience what we call embodied cognition. My third point is that as today's ChatGPT examples illustrate, the wider its impact, the more AI creates very large ethical and social responsibility challenges. Given these problems, I have created what I'm calling a 9-point AI artificial imperfections test to guide practical and ethical uses of these technologies. So let's look at these 9 points. My first point is that AI is brittle. This means it tends to be good at 1 or 2 things, rather than, for example, the considerable flexibility and dexterity that humans have and their skills have. You will hear plenty of examples of what AI cannot do. To quote the Marevich paradox, he was writing in 1988, it is comparatively easy to make computers exhibit adult-level performance on intelligence tests or playing checkers, and difficult or impossible to give them the skills of a 1-year-old when it comes to perception and mobility. The second point, AI is opaque. It forms a sort of black box. It is not clear how AI works, how decisions are made, and how far its judgments and recommendations can be understood and relied upon. A lot of people are working on how to counter the intangibility and lack of transparency that comes with AI. My next point, AI is greedy. AI requires very large data training sets and deals with a massive amounts of variable data. Processing power and memory are racing to try to keep up. AI is also shallow. AI skims the surface of data. As said earlier, it does not understand, feel, empathize, see, create, in any human sense of these terms. AI is also very hackable. It does not help that well-funded state organizations are often doing the hacking. Online bad actors abound. The global cybersecurity market continues to soar, reaching some $200 billion by 2023, with a 12% compound annual growth rate thereafter. Of course, AI can be used both to support but also hack cybersecurity. AI is also amoral. It comes with no moral compass, except what the designer encodes in the software. And designers tend not to be specialists in ethics or unanticipated outcomes. AI is also biased. Biases are inherent in the data collected, in the algorithms that process the data, and in the outputs in terms of decisions and recommendations. The maths, quants, and complex technology throw a thin veil of seeming objectivity over discriminations that are often misleading. For example, predictions of future acts of crime. And these discriminations can be used for good or ill. AI is also invasive. Shoshana Zuboff recently leads the charge on this one with her recent claim that privacy has been extinguished. It is now a zombie. AI, amongst other things, is contributing to that outcome. AI also is fakeable. We have seen plenty of illustrative examples of successful faking. Indeed, with a positive spin, there is a whole industry devoted to this called augmented reality. Looking across these challenges and AI's likely impacts, you can see that technologies like ChatGPT, for example, contain enough practical and ethical dilemmas to fill a textbook, maybe more than one. New technologies historically tend to have a duality of impacts, simultaneously positive and negative, beneficial and dangerous. My own conclusion and fear is that collectively our responses to AI display an ethical casualness and lack of social responsibility that puts us all in peril. Once again, professional, social, legal, and institutional controls lag almost a decade behind where accelerating technologies are taking us. It is time, I think, to start issuing serious digital health warnings to accompany these machines. Thank you for listening to the second of a year-long series of Ideas in Action Going Digital. The third episode is in preparation. See you next time.